Hello everyone and welcome back to Every Other Saturday. So in today's video we're going to discuss the fantastic 5-2 victory against Royal Antwerp, getting us all the way in to the last 16 of the Europa League. A bit dicey at times today guys, but let's not be kidded, we had control of that from start to finish. So let's dive into it and take a wee look and see how we got on. As always guys, if you're new round about here and you haven't done so already, please consider giving us a wee subscribe. It'd be brilliant and helping the channel out. Also, if you're enjoying the content, hit it with a wee like as well. Share it all across your socials and help us get out to as many people as possible and help the channel grow. But let's not waste any more time now guys and dive straight into today's video.
Every other Saturday's my half day off, and it's off to the match I go. Happily we wander down the couplet.
Well guys, we have done it once again. For the second season running, we've managed to get into the last 16 of the Europa League, and let's not be kidded, that was a fantastic performance with a couple of ropey moments. As to be expected, they came the exact same way they did over in their ground. They did well in the middle of the park, they had a few good attacking chances. Let's not be kidded, they got a couple of goals, but we had control of that from start to finish, we really did. A couple of dicey moments doesn't take it away from our performance, I have to admit that. And without doubt, you have to look at the man, the myth, the legend that is El Buffalo. He was across the board fantastic for us today. He was involved in all goals across both legs, and it just shows you just how important he is. And I will hold my hands up, being his critic through the season as well, I take that back, because tonight it just showed exactly how important he is to our team. So from the word go, we came out swinging. I think they knew exactly what they wanted to do. Gerrard told them that they needed to get out and take a grip of the game, just like I said in the previous video. They came out with the lineup that I thought they would as well, which kind of gave me a wee bonus, to be honest. Not getting them right for the last couple of weeks, it always makes a bit of sense. Coming out and grabbing the game by the scruff like that, genuinely sitting watching it thinking to myself, this could be a cricket score. I was getting a few texts saying exactly the same thing. But we didn't manage to keep the ball rolling just as quickly as I thought, and we conceded a wee bit faster than I expected us to as well. But at the end of the day, we controlled the middle of the park and we managed the game at the right time. Once again, performance from Aribo, it's as if the man's turned that corner and he's never going to stop. He's just got this strength about him now. And Ryan Kent onto the game that he's doing. Morelos, as I said at the start, wow, fantastic performances across the board. If I have to be brutally critical, I'm going to have to give the less of a pass mark to Balogun. He did cause a bit of a problem today. He wasn't up to it. Now again, he's playing slightly out of position, not used to being at the right back, and maybe this game was just a wee bit too much of a stretch for him, but he was the only one I wouldn't give a full-on pass mark to tonight. But getting to the fact that he did come off the park, he was replaced with someone I didn't think would be on the park, and wow did he make an entrance. 16 seconds that boy was on the park and the ball was in the back of the net. Nathan Patterson, what can be said? Who cares what party he was at now when he comes out and he does things like that? He's come out, he's said he's sorry videos, and I think he's just shown right there just how sorry he is. Fantastic goal from the young man, and you could see in his celebration just how much it means to him. Taking a quick look at the other goals as well, starting with number one, Alfredo Morelos, his first one, it was fantastic. The ball with him and Kent, it was just very well worked coming for the midfield, and Kent getting that ball across and Morelos managing to tuck it back in very well. It was the goal we wanted to see. I wanted him to open the scoring, I wanted him to run wild with it, and it was great. Off our seat nice and early at 9 minutes. And again, Alfredo Morelos being involved in Ryan Kent's goal coming up as well. The ball played for the middle of the park, and the strength from Morelos to get the ball across and letting Kent get that touch on it as well. Again, just another tick in the box for me. It was exactly what I wanted to see. The front three getting involved, it was magnificent. Last two goals, unsurprisingly, were penalties. The team that we were up against, they had a bit of class, I'm not going to lie. Antwerp are very, very good with the ball at their feet, but I've never seen such a dirty tackling team in the Europa League. And we've seen a few shockers last season, but they are just terrible. If I'm brutally honest, it looked to me as if they were just out of their depth when it came to everything, and you could see the frustration setting in, and silly tackle after silly tackle coming in. And the two penalty claims, I'm not going to lie, when I seen Alfie's at first, wasn't 100% convinced. I thought, he's went down, tried to get it. But when you do look at it, he does get a good bit of connection on his heel, and that does clip him, and you can see he's stumbling to get down. It's not a dive. But that second one as well, when it comes to Wright working his way in, a lovely bit of footwork again from Wright, getting involved. Not having a lot of time on the park, but good European experience for him, getting in and involved in and about it. tried to dink in and just clipped at the back, brought down again. So 2 very fair penalties if you ask me. Borna Barisic setting up for his, taking it well and putting it in the same corner as he's done. And for some strange reason, Cedric Itten as well. Fair play to the boy. He came on as a sub, and I don't know why they gave it to him. I'm not 100% sure if Barisic came off. I don't think he did. But him stepping up, getting the ball right down the middle, the pace on the ball, fantastic penalty, so well done Itten to get on the score sheet. Moving on to the team rotations and stuff like that in the middle of the park and everywhere else, it was what I wanted to see. I like how Gerrard's doing this. It's another good tick in the box. As I say, we're rotating the team at the right times. I was slightly critical of Gerrard at the start and the middle of the season that he wasn't rotating the team as well and at the right time, but he's doing it well towards the end of the season. You can see the game management and the team management is fantastic from him just now. But one guy that came on that really did surprise me, because I was pretty sure he did say that he was finished, was Bogani Zungu to come on. Again, made the comment, one of the boys I was texting Dougie to say it's probably the reason he came on because he can't be seen to be kind of being biased against one person, and the only thing he could really class it as being biased for was age, which seems to be a bit pointless. So that's probably why Gerrard's brought him on, to try and keep a level of consistency with all of them. They were all on the bench, they got the chance. Don't get me wrong, Bassey never got the chance to come on, but they were all on the bench and they got their chance. And to be fair, Zungu didn't have a lot to do, but Patterson coming on, Zungu, they've made their apologies, we can move on from it now. Taking a quick look at Antwerp though, to be fair, they were a team that had a bit of fight about them. Let's not be kidded, they came out and they looked as if they had a bit of fire in their belly. They didn't have enough for me, and I'm slightly surprised. Because once again, watching that game in the first 20-30 minutes, I'm thinking, where's the same speed that came from this team in the first leg? It was strange to see. Don't get me wrong, they kicked up a gear getting a goal and stuff like that, and then, I mean, when they got their second goal, it was slightly worrying again. But there was just not that level of speed and consistency there. Was it the fact that we're away from home? It could have been, but they didn't seem the same team that we played in the first leg. The midfield was strong enough. The new players coming in were, I suppose they did make a difference, yeah, but that Lam Kilzee, or whatever you want to call him, or Zay, or however you say it, I think he was just a bit of a bomb scare if you ask me. He didn't look as if his head was in the game. Losing a bit of the rag towards the end as well, with the Barisic leaning on him with the elbow, because it kind of pissed me off, to be brutally honest. But as I say, they didn't bring too much to the game. They did well enough, but what can I say? Rangers are the ones that managed to get through into the last 16. Moving into the last 16 now, guys, there is a plethora of teams that we could be coming up against, and see, to be honest, I'll take any one of them. Yes, there's a few big scary names in there, to be honest, but we're in there the same and on merit, to be honest. It's not like we're not deserving of this. We've done fantastically well to get there. We topped our group, we smashed the team both legs. Yes, we conceded a couple of goals against Antwerp, but we smashed them to get through. So all in, I think we can be confident in ourselves that when we get into it, we've got teams like Arsenal, we've got Villarreal, which are probably the two teams in my head anyway, that if we came up against, we would have a slightly better chance. Not saying it's a guarantee against these two, but if we were to come up against a team like Man United, Tottenham, or AC Milan, or Ajax, for example, I think it could be a harder game for us. Would love to see anybody. Granted, it's slightly, these kind of games are the ones that annoy me more now, that the fact that stadium's still empty, because bringing teams like Man United, Tottenham, Ajax, Arsenal, Villarreal, all of these teams bringing to Ibrox, they're the kind of games that we live for. 50,000 under the lights at Ibrox midweek, you can't go wrong, and not having that slightly gets us, but we're getting ever closer back into the stadium. Hopefully this can happen sooner rather than later. Don't see it in the Europa League, but last 16 now, guys, buzzing. Not going to make this one too long for you guys, so as always, thank you so much for watching the video. Again, brilliant news, we're in the last 16. Let's keep this momentum going on. We'll move on to Livy now, and we'll try and keep it moving back into the league. Couple more victories, it's another trophy ready for us. Happy days. So thanks again, guys, for watching. If you're enjoying the content, slap a wee like down there. Subscribe if you haven't done so already, all you newcomers as well, and share it about in your socials. It'd be very much appreciated. Helps us get out and grow, and hopefully get to that next target of 200 subscribers. So once again, guys, I have been every other Saturday, and I will see you on the next one.